Hello and welcome back to today's episode of the What is K-Pop podcast, in which I usually talk about all things K-pop, groups, discographies, choreographies, outfits, concepts of our shows. But today I'm going to hopefully be talking about AKB, and I wanted to talk about the group that's has a cruise ship as their venue place that they perform in, but I can't find it. But oh well. So we're just going to be talking about AKB48 as a whole. Gibbing, gabbing, going off, just having a little bit of fun. Also, if you are listening from YouTube, I do actually apologise because I did have some issues with, which one was it? Say My Name, the group from Jade and Jung. And it also kind of made the Billy episode not really work. Because obviously, Say My Name was first, so it would have made Billy not be able to upload. So hopefully this uploads, and if not, well, you're not going to be able to hear this, but I do apologise. So if you are listening from YouTube, I do apologise. You know, it can't always be helped. Also, in a couple of minutes, my phone will be tingling away to tell me to take my pills. So yeah, you'd think to yourself, Sophie, why do you not just wait until it's past that time you've taken your pills? But I'm like, I'm complicated in everything that I do, so that's why we're doing it now. So I did talk a little bit about AKB. Did I even make that episode actually? Because I know I talked about it, but I don't know if I actually, because I had some connection troubles with actually physically getting to record and it working for the podcast. So I don't know if I did actually make an episode about AKB48. I might just, oh no, I didn't. Yeah, sorry. I'm talking as though you lot know what I'm talking about. But if you don't know, AKB48, I'm talking from Wikipedia right now. AKB48 Group, or AKB Sister Group, shortened to AKB48 Group or 48G, refers to the sister groups of the Japanese idol girl group AKB. Based on the same concept, Idols You Can Meet, it currently consists of 5 sister groups in locations across Japan and 7 sister groups in major Asian cities from overseas from Indonesia and Thailand, with ones in maybe is. The places are Japan, China, Taiwan, South Korea, India, Indonesia, Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, and Malaysia. I have actually listened to a couple of their songs. I want to say, I'm gonna be real right now, I felt like I was on drugs watching it and listening to it, and it just kind of felt as though I had COVID and I was watching Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, which is a thing from England, and I had it whilst I had a fever, and I was like, what am I watching? This is so weird. And I was watching it and I was like, my brain doesn't feel well. And I've watched it since then, and I'm like, whoa, that wasn't as weird as I thought it was, but whoa, this is weird, man. This is so weird. So yeah, no, this and Don't Hold Me, I'm Scared kind of correlates to me as just being really confusing and kind of scary, and I kind of want to ignore it. Oh, there's one in Kuala Lumpur. Is it doing it? Have they released music? They have. I swear down to God, as though that means anything, that they have a song. Wait. Okay. So the song called Heavy Rotation, which is it was the 17th single from actual AKB48. It's been covered by JKT4, SNH48, AKB48 Team Shanghai, AKB48 Team TP, in MNL48, SGO48, BNK48, and KLP48. I was like, I could have sworn I heard that song, and I had. And you know what? It's just because of the fact that it's a popular-ish song for these groups to cover, obviously. So when I say that I kind of know what I'm talking about here, I mean it in the roughest sense possible, and I only know it because of the fact that I watched a video about it very briefly. And also, sometimes you just sort of kind of end up researching about this sort of stuff, and then you're like, oh, this is weird. So yeah, that is a thing that I've done. So okay, we're gonna go through and talk about the groups and then the teams, how long they've been going on for. So first off, we have AKB48. They've been together since 2005, so nearly 20 years, and they have regular and then the Kenkisei, which is the training teams, and they are based in Akihabara, Tokyo. Next up we have is SKE48. They've been together since 2008. They have Team S, Team K2, Team E, and then the Kenkisei as well. And they are located in the Sasaki, Nagoya, in the Aichi Prefecture of Japan. Please don't mind if I mispronounce the places. I get really nervous when I'm pronouncing things, and then my voice just goes really, really deep or weird or just indiscernible. It's actually kind of funny if you think about it, but also I'm like, Sophie, you are 21 years old, come on. And next up we have NMB48, and they've been together for 2010, since 2010. And they have Team N, Team B2, and Kenkisei. They are in Naba, Osaka, Japan. What does the note say? The only Japanese sister group to hold their own Senbatsu general election. I wish I could explain the Senbatsu, but I'm it's so confusing. And also, I don't. Next, we have HKT48, which actually, I believe that was the one that Sakura from Eyes 1 and Le Seraphim was under before she moved up to AKB48. And they've been together since 2011, and they have Team H, Team K4, Team T2, and Kenkisei, and they are in Hakata in Fukuoka. That's the D48, has been together since 2015, so nearly 10 years, and they have first generation, second generation, third draft, and Kenkisei, and they are in Nagata, and Team N2 and G were disbanded, so obviously they've now just gotten generations of members. And lastly, for the Japanese groups, we have STU48 since 2017, and they have first generation, third draft, and Kenkisei, and they were in Satushi region, and they currently have no permanent theatre. I wonder if this is the group that had the cruise ship, because honestly that makes me so excited, just the idea of a cruise ship. But knowing my luck, they don't. They do! Oh yeah, they do! So it was originally supposed to be in the summer of 2018 when they were going to perform at the cruise ship, but then due to the Japan floods in 2018 and other factors, the launch date would be delayed to spring. Recently, their second single apparently in February, that wasn't relevant. And the ship STU-48 Go was officially launched in a ship commissioning ceremony in the Hiroshima port on April the 16th. Yeah. So got any more about the cruise? Not cruise ship, but a ship. And the ship went on its final tour from the 10th of April to the 23rd of May in 2021. Went on its final tour, and its final port, stop port, was in Hiroshima port in Hiroshima City. That's sad. Sounds like so much fun though. I wanna have it be a ship. Hello Jelly, have you come to join the podcast? I think he has. Yeah, so the ship was christened on the 30th of June 2018, but completed in May of 1998. So like it was already like 20 years old by the time it like went to one of the AKB48 groups, and it was in service between the 16th of April 2019 and the 23rd of May 2021, so that's like less than 2 years. But it was the new Izina, obviously STU-48 Go, and now it's Mikasa, and it was a passenger ship. It was pretty big, well, relatively big in terms of like ships. Oh wait, no, actually it wasn't at all. Only 300 guests, and it had only 14 members in the crew. So I'd say, relatively speaking, in like ships being able to have X amount of people in it, I'd probably say it was something more akin to the Sewol ferry. But I mean, the Sewol ferry, obviously it was a ferry as opposed to a passenger ship. A passenger ship would have been able to go on holidays and stuff like that, whereas the ferry was more like taking people to and from Incheon to Jeju. So I guess kind of similar in a way. I don't know. I also would like to extend my apologies to the people who were on the Sewol ferry, and those who lost family members to that accident. It was horrible, and I really do hope that you can find peace in life. I don't know. I get nervous. Yeah. So yeah, that was okay. Back to AKB48. So here are the groups that are currently active outside of Japan. JKT48, who's been together since 2011, and they just have regular and trainee teams, and they are located out in Jakarta, Indonesia, and was the first overseas sister group, so that's good. BNK48, their colour is orchid. That's actually so cute. I love that for them. And they have Team B, Team N5, and training. Obviously it wouldn't be Kenkyusei, but I'm like, can we just make it Kenkyusei? Because I love saying that. I just get excited. Yeah, and they are in Bangkok, Thailand. And they also have a sister group called CGM40, which we're going to be talking about in a second. MNL48 in 2018 made, and they have first generation, second generation, third generation, and fourth generation, and they are out of Manila, Philippines, and the only sister group that debuted with exactly 48 members, the only group to fire, oh my god, the only group to fire their members if they didn't rank in a Senbatsu general election? My god, jeez Louise, that's a bit rough. Well, I mean, if you don't want them because they're not doing stuff, then I guess, sure, cool, do you. I don't like it, but you do you. A little bit perturbed now. Next we have AKB48 Team SH, active from 2018, and they obviously have Team SH and training, and they are out of Shanghai, China, which replaced SNH48. And next up we have is AKB48 Team TP from 2018, and they have Unit Tic-Tac-Toe, Unit Peekaboo, and Trainee, and they are out of Taipei in Taiwan, formerly known as TPE48. I have to admit, AKB48 Team TP sounds better than TPE48 because it kind of sounds like toilet paper. But I guess that's just my weird brain. Yeah, and CGM48 from 2019 with Team C and Trainee, and they are out of Chiang Mai, Thailand, and are the first domestic sister group of BNK. And from the ship we have KLP for 2024, and they just have regular, which is fine considering that they've not been around long enough to have like a new generation of trainees. And they are out of Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Okay, so the groups that are no longer active. We have SCN48 between 2009 and 2012. They had first generation, second generation, and then later second and third generations got a little. So the third generation and second generation were combined to make the stage team. And they were in Akihabara along with AKB48 for fans aged 18 and up, and they disbanded obviously in 2012. I dread to think what it means for it to be 18 and up. Oh, I understand. Day night 48 is what it's okay, yeah. I thought it was gonna be like bad. So they would perform every Saturday at 10 p.m. obviously, and they were restricted to fans 18 and older. Yushi Yakamoto, the person who created AKB48, he wanted to differentiate between AKB48's usual uniforms with something more or less, actually, I should say. Right, I don't get it. Okay. So there's only a couple of members. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I'm just like, I don't know what to say other than I'm kind of like, alright, pretty much most of the members. So all the members just like graduated, which is like a common thing actually with people who go into AKB48. Like, at least like to begin with, they were like, oh, this is only like for fun, you know? We're just doing this for like life experience. But I guess like some people are now kind of more on the spectrum of this is what I want to do with my life. I want to be in AKB48 to be an idol, which is fine, you know, you can do that. I'm like, it was kind of common to begin with that like these people would just like become idols for fun, and that they would be kind of wanting to do other things with their life, which again is not any level of criticism. I'm like, I kind of do like the idea that like, oh, they only do it for like a certain amount of time, and that they do want to go on to do other things. But I mean, take for example Sakura from the Seraphim. She was in HKT48 for a few years, and then I feel like it was 2011 to about 2015, and then a few years in AKB48. She then got chose for Produce 48. She got second place, was in IZ*ONE for 2.5 years. I then believe she went back to AKB48 a couple of months, and then graduated, got scouted by HYBE, which then obviously would have turned into Source Music, and then on the 2nd of May or whatever it was, 2022, she then debuted as the Seraphim. Okay. Maya Waki, which is Sakura's family name, began her music career in the girl group HKT48 in 2011, and was a concurrent member of their sister group AKB48 from 2014 to 2018. So not too far off, and she was in both them. Alright, so she took a hiatus from HKT48 in 2018 after placing second in the reality competition Produce 48, joining the girl group IZ*ONE until 2021, and then left HKT48 a few months later to pursue her idol career in South Korea by joining Le Seraphim, which debuted in May 2022. Honestly, I love that about Sakura, by the way, because honestly, I don't think she is a bad dancer or a singer. I don't think she is bad at all. It just obviously is gonna be different. But like, my confusion comes from the fact that I'm like, if you don't like her, why did you like vote for her to be in IZ*ONE? But then also there was like the voter manipulation scandal, so like maybe she was voted in, rigged in. I'm not gonna say anything about that. So I'm like, is it fully her? Like, does it fully that? But I'm like, you wanted her in LE SSERAFIM. So, you know, you kind of brought that on yourself, did you not? But obviously, you know, it could have just been the fact that she was good on Produce 48. But no, I feel like she's not bad. She's not like the best in LE SSERAFIM. I'm going to put my hand up and say that she's not the best in LE SSERAFIM in terms of singing or dancing. It's just that, like, it's like Yun, and then it's like the other members, because she's just so good. And again, that is not bad. You've got time to work on it. So I'm like, stop hating people on them for no reason, please. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so back to what I was. Wait, is it when? I was just looking at when. What does that mean? Sorry. I'm trying to see as to when the Japanese version of Crazy comes out. 11th of December. We have to wait that long. I don't want to wait that long. Yeah. Anyway, what was I talking about? AKB48. And between 2013 and 2016, with teams S2, N2, H2, Team X, and Trainee, and they were out of Shanghai, China, but they declared independence from AKB48 in 2016 and are still active, I guess, to like now. But I'm surprised though that they were able to keep their name. But I mean, I don't know how like copyright and that sort of stuff works in. They have sister groups? No, please don't do that to me. No. Please don't do this to me, SNH48. I've been good. No, I think they were just talking about the sister groups of like 48G and as an entire. Okay. Oh wow, this is like really tell. You see, this is the problem, is that I just get interested and then I end up down a rabbit hole and I'm not entirely sure as to how to get myself out. My sister says that I should probably just quit whilst I'm ahead half the time, but I'm like, I'm interested. What does this even mean? I feel like I should probably try and find more. Maybe that should be my task for later once I finish this episode. Yeah, I just imagine me like because like once I finish recording, I'll like you can like edit out all of the hums and the ahs and like all of the filler words and stuff and like the pauses and stuff, and like honestly sometimes it can be like in the hundreds and I'm like, is this how I actually talk in real life? I swear I don't, but I actually do think I do talk like it in real life. Oh my god. I'm like, oh my god, one of the hell? I'm confident to look at that later. That's like drama and I'm kind of here for it. Okay, next one we have is SGO48 from between 2018 and 2021 with just their trainee team, and they were out of Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon in Vietnam, and it says fan debut on the 22nd of December 2018, disbanded due to the COVID pandemic in Vietnam. Also, my dad just came in. And it was really awkward. I'm so sorry. No, obviously it talks about Eyes One. They were between 2018 and 2021. Out Soul, formed from Produce 48. It's odd that it's like considered a subunit of AKB48, but I guess it kind of makes sense. Yeah. So I guess all of the members are kind of associated with AKB48 in I guess some capacity, but yeah. How interesting. And next we have DEL48 between 2019 and 2020, and they just had debut team, trainee team, and their first generation members were selected, and they were indefinite closing following cessation of operations during by COVID-19 pandemic in India. That is really hard to say. I think what I was trying to say is that the first generation members were chosen, but they ceased operations due to the pandemic in India, which is fair enough, you know. A lot of places unfortunately had to close and like cease operations, and like K-pop groups had to stop, you know, due to the pandemic. But unfortunately, that is just something that happened. And last but no means least, we have MUB or MUM48 out of Mumbai, India, and they didn't even get to debut, unfortunately, so I feel really bad for anyone who was recruited for MUB 48 because they didn't even get to do anything. Okay, and there is something called the Sakamichi series, also known as Sakurazaka 46 and Hinatazaka 46, the official AKB48 rival group by the same producer. And then there's just like things that are associated with that. But yeah, I mean, AKB48 was like meant to be the most popular group and stuff in Japan, but I think now Nishu, the group that did I do an episode on them? Pretty sure I did. From JYP is like pretty popular, and the Sakamichi series is still doing good things. Yeah, but there is only 6 units. And it's like kind of funny how like they've been going on since like 2011, and yet they don't have many things going on. Golly gosh. Oh, this is cool. So Nogazaka 46 has been going on since 2011. Kurazaka 46 was known as Kiyazaka 46 from 2015 to 2020. Changed its name to Sakurazaka in 2020. Otazaka 46 has been on indefinite hiatus, but they started in 2018. Hinata was Hiragana Kayazaka 46 from between 2015 and 2019. And obviously changed its name to Hinata 6 in 2019. Oh, but you never know. You never know with these sorts of things. It's always very interesting to find out. But yeah, right. I do hope you liked today's episode. I don't think I explained much of anything at all. Thank you, as always, for listening, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye!